Okay, this video is going to be about Team CM Punk Survivor Series, big main event set for the show. And to be quite honest, I was surprised by the picks from Team CM Punk and a little less surprised from the picks of Team McFoley because I thought Foley's was more predictable than Punk's was. But it seems like a lot of people are more concerned about a pay-per-view without the title on the line. Not that it hasn't been done before, but the fact that Punk picked guys, I think, who haven't really deserve a spot on that team rather than picking guys who, you would consider being on the same level as CM Punk. And I think when you put guys like The Miz and Del Rio, and it's more, Miz and Del Rio, I think, are the two guys who really bring the team's credibility down, considering Rhodes Scholars are pretty much on a winning streak. They've been proving themselves in the tag team division. They've been winning for the most part, where Del Rio kind of came off a huge, what do you call it, program with Sheamus, from months prior, lost all the matches, lost everything with that. Then he would, face guys like your Zack Ryder and R-Truth and Brodus Clay and beat them within minutes. Kind of, and I'm not saying that's going to build them up because, I wouldn't expect those guys to lose to guys like Del Rio. Win to guys like Del Rio. But then, you throw him in another program with Orton, and Orton's not there half the time. Del Rio just puts a whole bunch of guys in arm bars, and you expect him, they expect us to take him seriously again, and he just ends up losing again. And when you put him on Team Orton, it's like, this is a guy who just lost the past, 6 weeks, and now we're going to put him in a main event spot considering he's going to be a threat to the other opposing team. And I just can't buy that. And Miz is the same thing. And Miz is a guy who won the IC title, had 4 bad weeks in a row, and now he's just thrown in the main event. And Paul Heyman, I know he tried his best to put him over, but to be quite honest, how are you going to put a guy who lost the IC title, lost 2 matches prior to that, beat Yoshitatsu, there you go. There's his rebuttal. But it's just not believable. Where Team Rhodes Scholars, although they may not be the biggest caliber of superstar on the roster, they are a team that has been consistently winning. And I think that's what a Survivor Series team should, be, is a winning team. And CM Punk, although he's only wrestled maybe 4 times, 5 times in the past month or so, maybe 2 months even, he's had the match. He's been doing more promo, I think, than actually working in the ring. They're really saving him for main events. But Punk, he's winning. He's a winner. He's a champion. But the guys who are backing him up, I feel, aren't even on the same level. And when you compare the two teams together, Team Foley just outshadows, just eclipses Team CM Punk by a mile. When you got guys like Orton and Team Hell No, who are the tag team champions, then you got the Intercontinental champion, you have Ryback, who should be the WWE champion. You got all those guys, and you got a bunch of cowards. Sure, it makes for a good heel and face program, but how serious can you really make Team CM Punk? How seriously can you really take them, considering how bad they're really doing as of late? And my biggest problem with Team Rhodes Scholars is that they're just not as the superstar caliber isn't there for them. That one of those two are going to be the first ones eliminated because they're those go-to guys. Like, they'll have their 2 minutes in, and just like the Mike Knox of Team, whatever, back with Team DX, he was just that guy who was there, and give him his 2 minutes and then super kick him and just send him on his way. And that's what either Damian Sandow or Cody Rhodes is going to be for Team CM Punk. But other than that, it seems like when you look back on the previous weeks of Raw and SmackDown, that 5-week period in between Night of Champions and Hell in a Cell, the guys who are on Team CM Punk have really been on a decline, where the other team's really been on an uprise, minus Rhodes Scholars. But other than that, Orton's been winning all his matches. He's lost a few here and there, but when you really compare it, it's kind of... And Ryback, obviously, with his winning streak. And I know wins don't matter, but I think when it comes to 5-on-5, I think the advantage really goes to the guys who really built their name and built their credibility over the weeks prior to the big match. And we'll see what goes on, because they're going to be I don't know how many weeks are left. I know there's less than a month left until this pay-per-view. 3 weeks, or I'd say. You know they're going to be shuffling between the two. You're going to get a bunch of Team Road Scholars versus Team Hell No. You're going to get Orton and Del Rio, I'm sure, on Raw. You're going to get Miz and Kofi on Raw. And they might flip-flop, 3-on-3, 4-on-4. Just kind of teasing and just working around what they can do. But that's when we're really going to see who has the advantage going into it, because as of right now, less than a week removed from Raw, Team Foley kind of seems going to be the unstoppable force going into this match, and Team CM Punk is really going to be the underdogs, in my opinion. And let me know your guys' thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video.